All right, I'm here for another day of sketching. Let me bring this down a little. It is a rainy day where I'm at. Rainy. There we go. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go and get this done and sketched out for my friend. And I got the tarot cards right here. Alright, we're just gonna do that right here. Alright, tarot cards are right there. And here I go. I don't know, I like this one. Because it has skull in it. Now that I can draw skulls, I'm doing a little better in the world. Alright, so I'm gonna bring the screen a lot closer to me so I can see it. I have many computers going on at this time of my day. There we go. But how's everybody doing? Alright. I'm gonna lightly sketch this way. Alright, well this one kind of bent, so I have a lot of boxes preparing for the next house. Which I'm not even sure if I want to be at, but I guess life is about change. What are you going to do? Alright, I'm going to make his little curved stake here. I'm not sure if I like the change, but it is what it is. Sometimes new houses come with better outcomes. Who knows? Alright. Shade this down. As it comes down this way. I'm going to start with the head first. All this seems intimidating until you do it a couple times. And then it gets a little easier each time. And this comes up a little this way, the hood. Comes this way. We want to get the folds on the hood good. I'm not sure who's out there right now. But whoever is or isn't, I'm sure I get a customer somewhere. I always do. I'm just kind of shading in this outline here. kind of want to go in, and you want to go in with the grain. Okay, this here is the bone here. Okay. Yeah, that would be the bone. The shirt coming down a little. And I started light sketching. I'm going to do a little acrylic painting with this also. Not a lot. I just do a little details with it. These use some broken up lines here. And right in here, we start the figures. And kind of make them like little French fries. I'm going to do 4. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this out. And I'm just doing a rough outline of this. And I'm going to shade the lines in between here. But I like to think of little, when you make little tiny homes and stuff, like you're making French fries. Now we're going to do a nice little shade down this way. I'm still doing tarot card readings also, friends. Oh, hello. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. I really do. That we're doing there. I'm probably going to have to fix that anyways. Oh, hello. Vidya? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm doing tarot card readings still. I'm just sketching out the Reaper for my friend. It came at a special request, so. And I found this really cool picture that I was going to try to make for her. I've known her for a long time. I'm good. I'm not bad. I was watching a Dog's Way Home, and then I started crying, and it's been raining here. So Chong has been very sad because he wants to go outside, but I literally cannot let him outside. But other than the rainy day, we're doing good. He's been out twice, just not the big walking ones. But what can you do? And then I'm watching the story. It was literally at this dog. They wouldn't let him keep his dog because his dog had pit bull in him, and they were going to euthanize him. And they ended up getting the dog back, and the dog ended up running away. And it was so sad. I started crying because I have a big dog, and I sympathize for all the people that have big dogs out there and have to get rid of their dogs. Because I think it's the saddest thing in the world when a dog finds happiness and people take it away. And for what? Aren't we supposed to be a good world? Sometimes I doubt this realm's goodness, but I try. I try to find the good in what I can in this world. But I think Chong was enjoying it. There's a lot of nature scenes where the dog did find his way home, and the dog was was worked for the veterans too. And then it was a true story about this dog that was. They brought him to another home, and he ended up running. She ended up running away because she wanted to go back home, and they were searching for her. It shows you about a dog's heart and endurance. It really does. Just making these eyes. These eyes are the hardest sometimes. They really are. Especially when you have to make them with the sideways view. But I'm always out to challenge myself. I think these are things we should do is challenge ourselves. Oh, I'm good. How are you doing, Lamika? I figure I'd come in here since now I got my life together a little bit. I'll be moving. I inherited a house, which is going to be weird because I don't like change. I really don't. I like my little bougie apartment, but this is something I would own and not have to pay rent. And I'm reminded that from my son and my husband. But home is sometimes forgotten, and I mean, I'll never forget this home, but I guess it's just the autism speaking. I just don't like change. But everybody assures me that it'll be better. You're facing some pain and issues, so is there something major? What is the health? Oh, you want a health reading? Yeah, I could do that. Let me get these teeth in here. And then I gotta fix up this Reaper. Okay. Yeah, I could do with your health issues for you. I will tell you that I've been taking probiotics 3 times a day, and I've been facing a lot of health issues lately, and they thought I was done for, and I just gave up on the medical community and I started on these supplements. So I will tell you these probiotics are wonderful. And I say this from experience taking them, but it really is up to you. But I'm just letting you know. The probiotics, they say, are the wonder drugs, and I've been patient zero with this. Because I didn't feel it was my time to die yet. So I've been taking them 3 times a day with a different regimen, and it's been uh, it's been turned out pretty good. You take supplements. Sometimes you just gotta hope for the best, and if it's your time, it's your time. But sometimes, in the worst of health, good comes out of it. It really does. I was real bad. I almost had an infection that went straight to my heart, and I had to get my jaw operated on. So they say I was lucky because I found it in time, but I would still take them, and I've been taking glucosamine because a lot of the pills they give you, like if you're taking cancer supplements and all that, for the make sure the cancer goes away, it gives you decreased bone density. And I've been taking fish oil also. But keep on those and just see your doctor and maybe take rose quartz. And generally, those work wonders. They really do. And they're good for healing. All right, you're in a full moon in Virgo. This just says that this just this energy just signifies that you're just down, depressed, and confused and doubting yourself type thing, which makes sense. And then you got a full moon and a full moon in Cancer. And a full moon is just talking about where the divine wants you to surrender your problems and give it away. Give it to God, give it to the moon, give it to somebody that's not you. Because stress will it'll eat you up and make you sick also. And then you got a full moon in Cancer also. And this talks about personal issues coming to a whole. So you have that going on, which isn't bad. I mean, honestly, I see you got health issues, but I'm not seeing anything with a fatal outcome. I'm really not. I mean, you might have a health scare and stuff, but I see you coming out of it. And you might just have to change your lifestyle. I change the way I eat every day. I like to call it hospital food. I eat hospital food every day. There's these healthy meals that I like to call hospital food. I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat any of that kind of stuff. So sometimes it isn't going to improve in the future, but you might have to be like me. You might have to be on supplements. You might have to eat healthier. You might have to be that one person that says, I don't want to go to McDonald's. I mean, it sucks. And I get it. I'm living it. But sometimes these are the roads we have to take. The shading. I feel like it's better when I shade in the face is better. Well, and that's because you're not disciplining yourself. I used to love sweets, but I don't. So, use supplements with vitamins. Watch the vitamins. Vitamins are good, yes, to a certain point. too many vitamins could cause problems in your body also. I've been taking that lion's mane. My friend Karan over here was telling me that lion's mane is really good, and I've been taking that. I just do a little bit of the lion's mane, and I do fish oil. But watch those vitamin supplements. Sometimes they're your best friend, sometimes they're not. So you got to be careful. I'm just telling you that because too much calcium isn't good for you, and there's just a lot of vitamins, and you gotta be careful because sometimes those vitamins will mess you up. Maybe just one multivitamin, and you really gotta be serious, and you gotta say no. I just say no. That's it. It's hard. I get it. But after a while, your body won't crave it. I don't. I get a whole big snack box from Amazon, and I don't crave any of it. I actually get it just for people in the house. And now I can watch everybody eat McDonald's and these different things, and I just eat my health food that my mother-in-law gives me, and I'm okay with it. But it takes a lot of discipline. It really does. So, but yeah, literally watch your vitamins because even though they're good for you, they could be your worst enemy. Because I try to intake them through healthy food. I got this so far. Try and get my Reaper going. Sometimes the face and hands are the hardest stuff in the world to get going here. Alright, I know there's a bone that goes this way. Let's get it starts right here. So I'm gonna start this bone stuff here. This bone seems important. Oh, hi, Karan. What's coming for me in the remaining days of June? You have a very exciting life, Karan. I'm just sitting over here crying over sad dog videos and thinking about how the hell I'm gonna get my life together to see how about this new house. And you got all kinds of exciting things going on. You really do. No, the only thing exciting I have is seeing a lawyer. And this is because somebody was put on for the thing for the inheritance, and he doesn't even know he has the other half of the house, which, and he's older than me, laugh out loud. You have a very dysfunctional family, like all of my family members are mentally disabled. Oh my gosh. Mine are, mine could be assholes. I have an asshole problem in my family. Oh, I'll be the first one to say it. They're just not the best bunch of people that you want to fight over sometimes. Some of them are very wealthy, but they can be assholes and they're greedy. This is why I always tell people not to be greedy. Because this is how I grew up around greedy people. And it's not good to grow up like that, but I learned what not to be like, I guess you could say. I'm getting to reading. I'm trying to actually make this look halfway decent. Because I be having problems sometimes when I'm doing my Grim Reaper or anything with a face. faces could be so hard sometimes. Your father is a depression patient, and my mom has a brain equal to a donkey. All of them have violent nature. Oh my God. I wonder if there's something in the damn water. I keep telling Chong not to drink or eat anything outside. I wonder if there's. I always say I think there's something going on with the environment because they say when you have environmental shifts and you have a bunch of chemicals and stuff going in the water and all the stuff that we do, that there's some kind of price to pay. I always said it's probably going to come out in DNA stuff. I'm wondering if it's not environmental things. I'm just saying. I'm just like that. I do feel that sometimes the brain misfires and just does really awful things when it can, when it appears. And I feel like if it's not matured right, your brain, and that doesn't have healthy function, this happens. And I think it, because our brain is the blueprint of who we are. Well, you got to keep you strong and keep your mind strong. I mean, honestly, they're your family. You can never escape them. I mean, you could go away, but eventually you have to be around them. There's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, I have a dysfunctional family too because they're greedy asses, but in the end, I'm sitting here crying because my dad died and I got a house because he didn't talk to me for a long while and now he's dead. That affects you even if you're angry at them. In the end, you cry. Even it doesn't matter what they did to you, in the end, you cry. And you just don't lose yourself in the meanwhile because you just can't. Because it just makes things really bad for everybody really involved. But that's how I do it. I always kept my humanity, even though everybody around me did not care about humanity. I always did. I never let anybody change me. HBO, and this just talks about working through your fears. And the biggest fear is losing who you are, losing your inner self. And that's something you don't want to lose, honestly. And then you're surrounded by a full moon Aquarius, and that's show the world your inner self. I mean, don't be afraid if people don't like who you are, because sometimes we're meant to be alone for certain times, and sometimes we're meant to be with people. It's the way of the world. Then you got a super moon where your emotions are all over the place. So I would just try to relax and maybe, I mean, my husband meditates, so maybe meditation can help you. I just like to draw and do my arts and crafts. This helps me, but it's not for everybody, and I get it. But maybe find some little activity that makes you feel whole again, because that's what you really need. You need something that makes you feel good about yourself, that makes you kind of forget about all the bad stuff. What makes me forget about the bad stuff is I'm waiting on all this stuff with my book, but I want people to be happy, and I kind of want people to, I want to spread humanity, and I've always wanted to, and I figure I'm a writer, but if you're not a writer, that's okay. Maybe you could do it in your own way, because that's the way of the world. The way of the world sometimes is like that. I don't know why. I really don't. I wish I had more answers. All I know is for me not to lose myself, I try to just keep up the good work and spread happiness, because the kids growing up in this world aren't good. The people coming in this world are literally not good. But I think if we try, I think we might have a chance. I really do. Oh, you're welcome. And I'm glad that I came over here because I feel you guys show me there's some humanity in the world. I mean, I have been the reason I've been a psychiatrist a lot because lightweight, I'm suicidal. I got depression myself. I had to find my own way in the world. I really did. However, that way goes. I had to find it. Alright, well, I got this. I'm hoping this is enough. With a little tiny bone finger. Okay. Alright, this is the problem. This isn't pointy enough. Look at that. I need to pointy this more. Alright, there we go. On the back, it wasn't pointy enough. Not even a little bit close. I like to put little tiny lines down in here to represent this. And then I like to do light shading around here, even before I get my acrylics out. And I'm going to shade all the little lines that I put in the hood. So I'm still going to rub the pastels and put the acrylics in, and I got the hood now. Alright, I'm going to put little lines here so it doesn't look like crap. Especially when I start shading and painting this. Alright, we got little lines. Sometimes I put little drawn out lines and shade them out. It ends up a lot nicer. Alright. Alright, I'm going to put little lines this way and curve these little lines around. Sometimes you just gotta play around with things. Alright. Now this gotta come in more out this way. Because there's no skin, so. This is not supposed to be in the Neanderthal skull now. Alright, that's better. See? It's got that nice shade up in there. Alright, now I'm gonna come around the sides with this. There. Do that and then get this whole coat thing done here. I'm gonna try to do this justice because my friend's really nice. She really can't afford these art pieces. And she can't draw, so it kind of makes an impasse here. So I try to be the good guy in this. Alright. Alright, I'm going to put two lines up that way. Do that. Do some light shading in here, just on the outside here. I'm going to see where this blade really kind of comes out at. He always has an ominous looking blade. I like to think of the Reaper as justice. A lot of people fear the Reaper. Sometimes death could be your best friend. I mean, we can't live forever. We honestly can't. We might try, but the thing is do you really want to live living forever? It seems like it would not be much fun. You'd have to watch your kids, your loved ones die and grow old as you did. I used to watch the lore when I was younger with the vampire movies. You just kind of got to leave a legacy behind. People, so your loved ones can see you. That's why they always say spend time with your family. It's a legacy watch, see? All that nice shading. Alright. I'm going to start now with this outside. Bringing this cape out this way. I'm just changing this up a little. I just like to look at this to get my wave lines in here. And I'm shaping up the way that I have this cape, because you can do this also. Nope, I've got no one yet. Alright, now right under here. Bring this out and over like this. Alright. And then you make little curvy lines in here. And then shade them up a little. You always it's good to shade as you go along. Shading is good. It's happy. Puts you in a good, happy place. You feel like you've done something. You're done. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. I mean, you could knit. Knitting is very relaxing. I love to knit. I find knitting very nice too. Gotta think outside the box. Really, what makes you happy? But shade, since this reaper's going sideways. I got that done. Oh, is this gonna be one of these not so busy streams? That's okay. I'm okay with not so busy. I really liked this one because it had a lantern. To me, I feel the Reaper is better with a lantern. So I'm gonna have him kind of like he's floating over type thing. Almost like a ghost. Bring it that way. Alright. Let me do this here. Let me get his arm in. That's what I have to get the full arm in here. Okay, got that. Now this starts curving over this way. Kind of like how this cascades over, kind of like a banner, so we'll do that. This here. But I'm tweaking it up a little bit. My Reaper's always, even if you go and look at someone else's drawing, your Reaper's always going to be different. I promise you, it's always like this, so. Alright. Now. Squiggle down this way. This beginning stage of your sketch, there's always room for changing and making your lines different and moving them around. Because you want to get your base down good. because once you get to the end product, whatever's done is done. And you want to shade where people are going to look. I'm shading so you're looking sideways. Because you got to do it where the appeal of the eye is. That is how it needs to be. It really is. Kind of like this type thing. So I'm going to shade this around this way. But I want it to be kind of faded out. Look. I'm making this lantern. He's always a fun draw. He or she. The Reaper really has no sex. And this is true. No sexual gender. The Reaper just essentially is the energy of death. I mean, I'm sure the Reaper was a woman before. Maybe it was a man. Who knows? Maybe the Reaper switched up and was a man and a woman in different lifetimes. I'm sure something happened like that. I mean, energy's energy. He's out. The Reaper's not alive no more, so I think if the Reaper was alive, I'd like to have a cup of tea with the Reaper. That would be nice. Alright, I'm just shading around this bottom part, and then I'm going to sculpt the Reaper's bones on the inside with this really pretty lantern. And I hope my friend likes this. She has suffered a lot of hardships in her life. She really has. She watched her husband die. It was very sad. I don't know. It might be hard for me to leave my job one day. Even one day, I might. Who knows? My husband says I might actually get popular over here, and told me I should start thinking about what I want to do with my whole channel. And I said, well, maybe one day I'll go visit places. Maybe start visiting fun places, maybe some haunted places, but not always keeping it like that. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. So that curls up here. This is the sleeve. Alright, got this so far. Not that so far. Alright, now I'm going to try to get this arm over. The face is not bad. And try to sculpt this down here. This is supposed to go this way, and we're supposed to show a curvature here. Okay, so this is supposed to be real dark here. And that goes in here, and this is supposed to be real dark right here. And that's supposed to be real dark. And this holds its color. Pencil of all things, laugh out loud. Use pencil. It really does. It holds its worth. Alright, that's a little better. I got that. Alright, now let me get this lightning. This light thing here. Alright, I'm gonna do the one arm. Because that would be a lot easier to try to sculpt this. Alright, now I have done these fingers before. Now I gotta get his fingers going on. It's a good idea to get, I'm getting the fingers before I even get the inside here. Okay, then his hand this way. And then right in here. This is that. This comes this way. And this is coming out that way. We're connecting these. Alright. So we're going to curve these. Show the nice curve. And then you got to curve this hand a little. Okay, now I'm going to do 4 dense things here. Now we start this. I'm going to first draw the lantern. Nope, nobody yet. Alright, let me get this lantern drawn. It's kind of peaceful over here this time of day. Now this lantern we're going to do curvy and up. Kind of like a cat. Do the same thing on the other side. Curvy and up. Bring it down. This is going to come down here. And that will come down here. Now, we're just gonna, it's almost like a tail fin we're gonna do. Like a whale's tail. The little back fins. Get that in there. Just to make a snazzy little lantern here. It's supposed to be real dark on this part, so let's try to get this really dark and nice. Is that you want nice? Alright, now I'm gonna do this. Have her crisscross there. And then there's a lot of light right here, so that's not comfortable. And in this part, I'm just gonna put these out so I kind of know where to put my pastels. Where it's coming, where the light's coming out. Because with the pastels and the paints, you can get that all coming out nice. Oh, I'm here for tarot card readings. I'm just doing the Reaper for my friend. I got this so far. I'm just waiting on people. I'm going to end up painting it out still. It came by special request. It's not that I'm morbid over here. I guess I do like Wednesday and Addams Family, but regardless of that, I'm not morbid. This literally came as special request, just so you know. Alright, that I'm putting so I know what colors to put in there. Alright. Okay. This light is supposed to go everywhere. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to curve this up here. Make it a little bit. Just give it a little character here. Might as well be a nice looking lantern, you know? Shaded around these fingers. I want to make it all look dark. And this too. I got that. It's a black lantern. And then we want this to hold out. I'm just butterflying this out with curvy lines. There we go. Just holding the lantern. Alright, now. Oh, I'm good. How are you? While it is not here, can I ask the drawing representing what? Oh, my friend wanted me to draw her a Reaper one. So I'm drawing her the Reaper. I do special requests for my friends sometimes. But I do like the Reaper because it represents death is nothing but rebirth. It is sad, but it is rebirth. Oh, Well, thank you. I try to be peaceful. Over here, sometimes people aren't so peaceful. I try to put out videos that aren't so sad either because I end up crying from every damn. I love, don't get me wrong, I love the dogs for family. I love them. I don't want to be down, going down saying I don't like dogs for family. I love dogs for family, but their videos make me cry. I try to do happy videos to remind people to be nice. I did a bunch of them today because it's sad how people act sometimes. I mean, my God, they're all the stuff they're doing to dogs is ridiculous. I just don't understand. But I do try to be peaceful, and I try to spread my peace, and I'm trying to start me a little peace movement. I don't know if I'm winning. I really don't anymore these days. Oh, well, thank you. Alright, you want to know? Oh, where? I mean, I'm just talking in general in the world. I would like to die knowing that people are happy, and it's not so, I don't know, terrible. I mean, you see all the suffering, you see dogs suffering, people suffering, animals suffering. The suffering's so great. It makes an empathic person go crazy. It really does. Okay, these rib cages. I need to get it together with these rib cages. I got the bones going the wrong way. But yeah, I try. I'm all about peace and happiness and trying to make people happy. I mean, that's all we really want. We strive to be happy. Then you have all these idiots in the world going around chopping off dogs' legs, going and literally doing this human trafficking. I don't understand. I don't understand what would make you want to enslave and traffic another human being. But, I mean, that's just me. I just, I don't know. I find this whole practice they got going on terrible. Terrible, I tell you. And I just don't understand why it has to be that way. I don't. People would be much happier if it wasn't like that in the world. Uh, Not really. I used to be on Facebook, but I got hacked. So, I don't know. It probably was better that I'm not over there all the time anyways because it's getting ridiculous over there. There's a lot of scammers and there's just a lot of things going on over there. So, it's amazingly just here in TikTok. So, but no, I don't really do the private. I mean, there's really nothing. I'm so busy with just the work that I try to do to make the world a better place. And then it's hard to try to spread these messages of peace, but I'm willing to do it as long as I'm breathing and living because I feel it's important. I do. I feel it's important for people to know that there could be a better way. And I try to do things peacefully. I mean, everybody does things unpeacefully. They got a way of making people suffer. But the thing is how long do you really know you have left on this earth? And you never really do. And if you cause enough suffering and pain, it all gets returned to you. That's the funny thing about doing that. Everybody thinks it's okay to have a ton of revenge, but eventually it catches up, you know? And I feel bad for the people that actually get that butt end. Because all these people going and doing things against the natural order, they get it. Even if they don't get it in this realm, they get it in the next realm. Because sometimes karma happens in another lifetime. If it needs to be. You really don't want karma to happen in another lifetime because then it's not good for you. It really isn't. So it's a bad chain of events. I like to do the little lines down here too. I feel the more little lines you have to attract attention this way, the better your sketch looks. And it did this, the rawness of the sketch at first wasn't good. 40 minutes later it gets better. But I guess such is life. But I do feel that if I died tomorrow, at least I tried to help the better good, if that makes any sense. Because I feel the better good needs to be helped. Because who else is going to help the better good? Everybody's just out for the almighty dollar, and that's it. And it's terrible. It's terrible how this practice goes on, I guess. I'm gonna, instead of this way, I'm gonna just kind of shade in a skull here, the rib cage. Let's do that and butterfly it out. This is almost like doing the tree of life, I guess, in a sense. We're just gonna do a nice little outline because the Reaper doesn't have skin. I'm gonna shade the hand here, just like that, and then shade it up here. It's not too horrible. I just gotta get it colored in the right way. And then it'll be really good. Oh, me? I find the Reaper very peaceful. If you can accept change and accept what you've done in the world and have peace with it, the Reaper is always your friend. Always. So that's a given. So about closed chose side. There really is no sides in this world. I will tell you that. I gotta take a picture of this. I'm gonna grab my phone real quick and I will be right back. Just gonna run in the other room. try to blog the progress of my stuff. I'll be right back. I promise. Don't go away. All right, hang on, Sean. It's not gonna rain forever. Where did it go? Oh, here. Okay, I am back. I'm gonna take a picture of this here. Take a picture of this before I start fussing with it. Very nice. Alright, I am back. Alright, and what can make you close your mind about the Chosag? Nothing can make me change wanting to be peaceful. Until I meet my day with the Reaper, I'm going to try to, I guess, be an ambassador to peace. Because the Reaper is nothing but a force of nature. You live till you die. And that's it. That's why a lot of people fear the Reaper, because they do such terrible things when they're living. And then when it comes time to die, they just don't know what to do with themselves at that point. If you think about it, I mean, what could they do? I mean, they did all these awful things. They might have raped somebody, killed a couple people. Oh, I do. You should, because we're all here to try to do what we can for the better good. And sometimes the better good doesn't like to listen to you. And there's nothing you can do about it. The better good is or isn't gonna listen to you. Alright, I'm gonna do the background shading in this baby here. I have my cloth. Should have more than one around here. I'm gonna do this in circles, but yeah, I mean, I always try to do something, even if you don't got a bunch of problems. There's always someone. My mom used to tell me that has more problems than you. So this is what I try to do. I try to help out who I can every day, because that's what God would want us to do. Oh, I'm Aries. I am a full blown Aries. But this is what this is what we're put here on the earth to do. So however you choose to do your good, or however you can get it out there. If people choose not to listen to you, at least you tried. And that's all we could do in life, is try. Because some people will sit there and be sad and stuff and get down on themselves, but if you sit there and you're always really not being proactive, I mean, I'm still living. If you're still living, you should do something, try to do something nice for the day, even if it's just bringing somebody food. I mean, hopefully, I was thinking about maybe one day I see all these sick animals. Maybe taking some YouTube money, if I ever get any, and open up an animal hospital. I think that would be nice. And not one of these animal hospitals that charge you $500 to bring your animal in. And some of these animal hospitals, if they can't if you can't pay the bill, they'll try to like kill your dog and shit like that. No, not in those kind of animal hospitals. I'm talking about an animal hospital that, let's say, a rescue comes, somebody, but a dog needs treatment, and you own an animal hospital. You could do freebies. You could absolutely do freebies, and why not? People aren't doing it, and there's some greedy vets out there. Trust me. And half of the problem, more people would do more for animals if people actually cared a little and try to make it easy for them, because people have bills. Maybe have it like, instead of getting just having to have pet insurance and everything, just have it like if you need low income treatment just for the sake of keeping in business, it goes by what you make. And if you only can afford $50, you get the flea treatments and stuff, and there you go. I mean, and now that weed's legal where I'm at, finally, laugh out loud. It's going through stages in Ohio. Maybe I can get a dispensary and just have low cost hospitals. And how easy would it be to put put a dog shelter right in the back? I mean, weed was making more money than ever. I mean, that's my little plan. Because people and animals need help. And animals help people. People help animals. It's a copacetic relationship. That actually looks pretty like that. So you do that. It's nice. What's the name of the color? This is, I want to say, an orangish brown. I got it from my pastel set. That's what I would call it. Now I'm going to do a color to add on here. I like to do that, and then I do the acrylics also. Kind of brown. It could be. I'm just going through this pastel set. It's like an orangish brown type thing. Oh, hi, Raymond. Yeah, you can post a question. I'm not bougie over here with all kinds of stuff going on. I'm just the chill person that waits for people and draws and things like that. That's what I do. And I'm okay with it. I really truly am. So, alright. So go ahead and put your question in and I will get to you. Alright, I'm gonna, obviously the Reaper has black robes, so we gotta put this in and rub it in. Rub it in, rub it in. And just go here around the edges. Don't put too much black. I use soft pastels also, but sometimes if you're blending in a sketch to give it some color, sometimes the chalk pastels work. Don't put too much. You just want the accent of black. When will I get communication from Fabi? Oh, Fabi. I want to just put that. I want to say Fabio. Is it Fabio? Or is that a feminine name? Because I always heard of Fabio when I was younger, so. I can't literally tell you when perhaps you will get communication, but I can tell you what's in the sector for the things on Fabi. Nobody can really tell because in this realm there is free will. Within free will, decisions can change within a second. It really can. All the outcomes you think that are guaranteed, sometimes not so much when you get into that realm. So, I'm just saying, but I could do an energy reading on Bobby for you. I don't know, Raul, because money is the root of all evil. And honestly, you gotta be careful when you got money. And I will tell you that because let's say you do get rich and somehow you do an investment or something that doesn't benefit the overall good, that can give you some badass karma. And you're directly responsible for a lot of things after that. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be too, if you do get rich, you better be prepared, I guess, to start helping people because there's nothing the universe hates more than somebody that's frivolous and wants money so badly that they will not spit on somebody if they were on fire. So definitely be careful with that money thing there. But I will see the energy field. And you're rich. Oh, Lord. We're getting there with this painting. It's coming somewhere. Alright. Let me get the first one with Fabi here. Well, hang on, what was it? It's Raul. Alright. Alright, Fabi is in. Hang on, we got 3, that's good. Alright, Fabi is in a waxing moon. And this is just where energy just gets stronger. So Fabi is evolving and doing okay, I guess. And this Fabi is surrounded by a first quarter moon and a new moon in Taurus. A first quarter moon just talks about commitment being tested. A new moon in Taurus just talks about prosperity. So honestly, this Fabi's doing pretty good. I don't know. I see this as an in between, and I don't feel that. I feel Fabi's almost wanting to find themselves. It might be a minute before this person talks to you and fully gives commitment, because they don't have to. And as much as you try to force it, a lot of times it doesn't work. I will tell you that. Alright, and you want to know, Raul, if you're going to be rich. We'll see. I mean, what kind of stuff do you want to give to the universe to be rich, I guess? Oh. Well, the whole money thing of you being rich is an avoid a course moon, and obviously that's a negative. So it's not anytime soon. Then you got a new moon in Sagittarius, and this talks about luck. And a fixed moon means holding hope. Maybe try to focus less on being rich and do more humanitarian acts. And maybe the money will come. because there's a lot of people in this realm doing a lot of bad things. And I do mean a lot of bad things. So, when you have that kind of climate going on, they're real careful who gets money and who dies, because sometimes the first person to die is the person that brings peace to the whole situation being dead. So that's why I say be real careful about that. I'm getting out my softer pastels now because I need these white ones to save this, to save Reapy here. Oh, you're welcome, Raul. Yeah, just give good fortune to people and stuff, and eventually you will be blessed. If you read the Quran, if you're a reader of the Quran or whatever it is, go with your religious. And as long as you're doing good stuff, you will be blessed with money. I mean, I got an inheritance, and I'm only trying to do good things over here, and I still do this because I actually want to help the realm. If you do good, positive things, it doesn't matter what religion you are or whatever, you're going to have a positive outlook on everything. And positive stuff will happen. Just don't be judgy. I mean, I don't judge anybody that's not Catholic. I truly don't. And I could. But I don't. I know a lot of Catholics out there that are very judgy. But in their defense, there's a lot of people that are judgy in a lot of different religions. So sometimes if your painting gets too dark, the white pastels are your saving grace. And I buy these suckers from Amazon. Alright, you got, oh, you're welcome, Raul. Reach out and let me know what's going on in your life, and maybe you could help out the realm with some humanitarian acts. God knows the realm needs it badly. There's a lot of bad going on in this realm. A lot. Children are being hurt and everything, and someone got to step forward and stop it. Got to stop this pain and suffering, however which way we can. I don't know how we can do it as a whole, but there has to be a way. Alright, there we go. See, white pastel really helped us. It's not so dark and it's a little better now. Alright, you got, well, Edward reached out to me again. I think he felt rejected last time we hanged out. I'm not sure, but I could do an energy reading on where he's at. But maybe if you just tell him, if you made him feel uncomfortable, and sometimes if you apologize and stuff like that, sometimes it gets better for you. So, oh, I didn't know you posted a question, Micaiah. I am sorry. According to my spirit team, we are the spiritual purpose actions of a past loved karmatic one towards me. I don't know I don't even know how I would even answer that question. I mean, I guess if your spirit team says this, then if they're allowed. Alright, let me get this guy here. Okay, Edward. Oh, I didn't see you. I am sorry. I'm up here and I get so many questions. I don't know if I ever got popular enough how I'm going to handle 500 of these questions. I have no clue. It's going to be rough. Let's just put that way. But you're in a first quarter moon with Edward. And this just talks about commitment being tested. So he did feel slighted towards you. Then you got a new moon in Pisces and a new moon in Aries. New moon in Pisces tells you to meditate and think about past and think about things fully, how they affect people. And new moon in Aries just tells you to take action. I would apologize because I feel there's a disconnect with him, but I feel if you apologize, it'd be good. All right, you want to know. All right, you want to know your spiritual purpose of a past love karmic. Oh, the karma love type thing. All right, you want to know Mary? Let me get Marion's, and then I'll dive into that one. All right, you want to know Marion? You want to know what M feels about you? Selma Kumar. Oh, you know what? My sister was set is she just had a baby with someone she was in one of these karma relationships with that was karmatic, and they broke up, and I told her not to have a kid with them, and no one listens to me. But all right, this M guy is in a waning moon, and he's angry, and he needs to release just feelings and anxiety and things like that. And then you have a full moon eclipse. He has a full moon eclipse next to him and a waxing crescent moon. And the full moon eclipse just talks about conclusions, answers that will be within reach, and the wax crescent moon just talks about faith and hope. I don't know. I think he likes you, but it's not that lasting love where he wants to commit his entire life type thing. Not just yet. So, but he doesn't hate you. It could grow and prosper, but I don't know. You're pretty much at that point. In Micaiah. Let me see about your love sector and see what my spirit people say, which is my mom. So let me get a sip of my hot cocoa. All right. All right. Your karmatic love cycle is in North Node. And this talks about comfort zones. My North Node could mean you're always in the same love patterns. If we're talking about a karma relationship. And to get out of your karma relationship, you gotta get out of the circle. So you gotta leave. Whatever you're doing, you gotta start doing something different. And if that person doesn't want to do something different with you, you gotta leave that person. That's what I'm getting out of it. Then you got a new moon in Gemini also surrounding you for like hints of like help. And New Moon Gemini just talks about communication. Communicate with whoever you're with. Be like, hey, we go through this over and over again. I can't take it no more. And then you got a full moon in Taurus, which talks about dreams and needing practical guidelines, pretty much. So, I guess, from what I'm gathering, unless you don't put forth your whole thing, you gotta put your true feelings out. You gotta shit or get off the pot, as they say. Sometimes leaving is harder than staying. And I will say that because it is absolutely true. It is absolutely true that leaving is so much harder than staying. I want to say the walk, just like you're quitting a job, when you start doing it, it just gets bad. I was just expanding out some of these fingers before I get too involved here. Redefining this. Alright. Alright. I'm going to rub this a little. There you go, that looks better. The arm does. That didn't make any sense the way it was. There we go. Just a little shading there. And I'm just gonna rub this, because you can rub pencil. Laugh out loud. You can. Alright, do that. Do some defining lines here again. And then here. And some of these lines you'll see, and you can always, if you want to redefine them, you can. I mean, sometimes that's not a bad idea. Just a couple of them. If some of your lines aren't showing that are important in your drawing. Okay, we're good now. Can I see it? Honestly, the only people that could see that would be your spiritual guiding, your spiritual people, honestly. I mean, honestly, I would just change your path just because karma takes you into a path where your lovers in several lifetimes. I just would learn my lesson. I've had some karmatic relationships, but I got divorced. And we don't hate each other, but it is what it is. I mean, sometimes that's just the way it is. It's sad, but some things don't ever end well. And in every lifetime, sometimes if you see an event where you know it's not right for you, but you love that person, sometimes you gotta make that call. Take away the sex out of the relationship and then evaluate how you feel about that person. That's a real easy way of doing it. I generally, when I started dating again, after a long while, that's how I did it. Alright. I'm putting yellow over here for some. I don't know, yellow seems a nice color for light. Just do yellow. It kind of complements the brown color. I don't like things being so dark and dimsel all the time. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna lighten up some of this bottom part too. Alright, it's not bad. I'm gonna just leave it like this. I think this one kind of looks better just all by itself with the pastels. And one of my teachers, laugh out loud, my resident that passed away, she told me if you're very good at pastels, you don't need paint. So, here we go. Here's the Reaper with the light lantern, which I don't know. It's kind of like a nice drawing. I think it's very positive. It shows how the Reaper could bring the light sometimes. I'm going to take these soft pastels here, just around those bony areas. So it's not, you could see some of these features here. I'm going to put it in between the rib bones too. It'll lighten up your sketch. But it's nice for what it is. And then sometimes I never know if it's going to turn out good or bad, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and see if it stopped raining and take Mr. Chong out, and I will be back. I think I'm done with the things I'm drawing because people like to. I have little orders and stuff. I might go ahead and make. I'm probably going to make some more jewelry. I like making jewelry. I did have promised my friend making this for a while. So at least I got it done for her. And I did sell a necklace. Okay. Okay, here we go. Take a picture of that. But I'm probably going to make more jewelry later. Because I don't like to always draw. Even though I love drawing, I don't like to always be drawing. I don't know if that makes any sense to everybody. So, and I made these yesterday. And they seem to be where people want these more. Made this one yesterday. It's 10. Oh. Okay, it's like 4:25 in the afternoon where I'm at. Oh, where are you at? And I made this on my last live stream. I do like making jewelry. I enjoy jewelry. I like painting also, but I really enjoy my jewelry. And sometimes I get these little requests. I always feel it's always good to try to do different stuff. Oh, well, it is my day off, Bakaya. When it is your day off, you do have a lot of time in front of you. You absolutely do when it's your day off. But yeah, I won't come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I work every week. Every weekend I work. Let me take a picture of these. Put in the live stream. Yeah, you gotta sometimes arrange with life and stuff. But I did. My dog does have to use the bathroom, so. Band Gospel of Mary Magdalene reveals a dark something. All this stuff. All the time on here. It's terrible. There must be some kind of revolution going on YouTube. All this stuff's coming out with the Dead Sea Scrolls, and just a lot of different things are coming out. It's a very interesting time to live. I will say that. But I gotta take Mr. Chong out. So if you're subscribed, I try to get on here every day. I really do, and I'm usually making something because sometimes people ask me to make them stuff, and I sell necklaces and different stuff. So, oh, well, that's good. I mean, drawing is very nice. And you know what? I was not able to draw well not too long ago. And this is true facts because I was able to draw stickmen for the longest time. So, and now I practiced for about a year and a half, and that's what I do. And they have Painters Valley. They have a lot of stuff on YouTube. A lot of stuff if you don't know anybody that actually is a former artist. But you can learn anything on YouTube alone. And I do. I'm always looking up stuff on YouTube. But I would look on YouTube, but they got Painters Valley and they got sketching things. And it's so much fun. All the badness of your day is gone when you're done with your sketch. I can't even get into my Facebook right now. I'm trying to get on that. But I got hacked, and they keep saying they're gonna pay me. They find a way not to pay me. I've just given up on Facebook, so I won't even bother. So, but I'll be on tomorrow. I get off at 3 o'clock, so if you have to go to bed, it's okay, and maybe catch a live stream over here, or just one of these people that are really great artists that do drawing streams. They're so good. I just had residents they were my art teacher, but they have really good teachers over here. They do. And I hope to see you again, Micaiah, maybe tomorrow, and have a good night's sleep. And I'll pray for you. I'll pray about your karmatic situations and stuff because these kind of things go away when you focus. Oh, I'm not going nowhere. I've started this channel 2 years ago, and I mean, I had it, but it was me and my son's channel. I just kind of revised it. But I'm usually over here because I like to be over here. Oh, you're welcome. I enjoy giving readings. I like giving them for free. I honestly do. So, to me, it's fun. I don't know. Some of these guys are trying to make a whole entire fortune off of this stuff. You go get your something you like to do in life and do it. Like I do medical. I do nursing assisting to pay my bills right now. I mean, I don't understand why everybody acts the way they do, but I'm over here because I like to do it, and I like to try to spread good acts of humanity and inspire other people to have more humanity. I feel there's a lack of humanity in this universe. I really do. So, I mean, that's where I'm at. But I'm glad to have met you guys. Glad to meet you, Micaiah, and hopefully I see you tomorrow. Because I'll try to come on. I get off at 3, so I should be here around 4. So I'll probably just come. It'll be around 4 or something if you're going to bed. And I hope you have a good night and maybe start doing a doodle. So, or just look at people that do doodles and then help. All right, and let me know how that goes for you. And hopefully, I see you tomorrow. And if you guys, anybody's out there that's subscribed, you'll see me tomorrow. And have a great, blessed day.